Welcome back for another video tutorial brought to you by GraphicDesignerTips.com. My name is Steve, and today in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys how to create a professional logo in Adobe Illustrator. So designing logos is actually one of my favorite things to do, but it's also one of the biggest things you can do for a client, because if you design a good logo for a client, most likely they're either rebranding themselves or they're a new company. So when you do a good job on their logo, you're going to get their business cards, their brochures, their menus, flyers, and their website. So if you can do all these things, you're going to get a lot of their marketing work just from making a well-designed logo. Also, if a logo is well designed and it helps them get their brand out better because it's more catchy and it's more appealing to people, they're going to gain business, your client, and in return you're going to get more work and you're going to get referrals. So doing a good job on this stuff doing a good job on any kind of design is important. So if you look on the screen, you're going to see ABC Company. Now this is just a quick thing I threw together just for this tutorial, and we're going to recreate this real quickly because apparently YouTube only lets us make 15-minute videos now. And I just did this and it was like 20. So I have to redo this, unfortunately, but here we go. We're going to come up here to the top left and we're going to go to rectangle and we're going to make 3 of them. Fix that a little bit. I'm going to fill it with black for right now. Do 1, 2, 3. Okay, and these aren't evenly spaced horizontally, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all 3 of these, come up to Window Align, and I'm going to come to this tool right here. It's the Horizontal Distribution tool, and it says from the center point. So these center points on these boxes, these blue dots in the middle, those dots represent where the X and the Y actually cross. So when I click this button right here, it's going to distribute them perfectly even, which it just did. So we're going to come up here. Actually, we're going to move these up a little bit, and we're going to add the gradients in them now. And the way that we do that is, I'm not going to teach you about gradients in this tutorial, but I'm just going to sample the gradients that I already have. All right, and then you're just going to have to look at my other tutorial on gradients. All right, so I just sampled these 3 using the eyedropper tool, which is over here on the left, and you can also get to that by hitting the letter I. So what I just noticed was when I sampled these, my gradients went from top to bottom and now they're left to right. So we're gonna go to the gradient tool, which is also G on your keyboard, and we're gonna click the top and we're going to go all the way to the bottom, and we're just gonna fix the way that the color is going. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the lettering on top of these boxes. All right, so we're going to come in here and we're going to go to the type tool and we're going to hit the letter A. All right, hold up. And we're going to make this nice and big, and we're going to fill it with white. Make it a little bit smaller. And we're going to option click shift to make the B, and option click shift to make the C. That's actually what that's doing, is the option's copying it, and the shift is keeping it on the same line. So to make the shadow, we're going to option shift click all 3 of these letters, and we're going to come up here to the reflect tool, which sometimes is hidden behind the rotate tool, and we're going to reflect these. We're going to fill them with black so you can see them for now. I'm going to move them up here a little bit. And then we're going to squeeze these down a bit to give it the effect of what a shadow is going to look like. Now obviously this doesn't look like a shadow because it's so hard and it's 100% black. So the way that we're going to change this is we're going to add a gradient from gray to white, just like we've done down here. But the only way we can do that on type is if you actually make outlines out of the type. So these are actually being read as fonts right now. They're not being read as shapes. So we're going to have to hit Shift Command O when you have these letters selected, or you can actually go to type and create outlines. All right. So now that when you create outlines, these are actually shapes, you can hit the gradient tool, which is on one side is white and the other side of the gradient is about 20% black, which obviously is a light gray, and we can gradate this out a little bit, just maybe a little bit more, And voila, there is our shadow. That looks like a real shadow. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add the word company. And we're going to track this out about 600. All right, to give it a nice effect. Tracking adds a little bit of space after each letter, and it makes it look nice, especially when you have one word after, or maybe you have a tagline that's pretty short on like a really long, horizontal type of logo. So that's it, guys. That's how you create a logo, a basic logo, which it looks very professional. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know and give me ideas for other videos. I do have a bunch of videos coming out, so stay tuned and visit graphicdesignertips.com for video tutorials, freebies, and all the types of cool stuff. All right, guys, peace.